What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today, as you can see from the title, it's Loki episode 1. Now before we get into this, you're probably thinking, Dan, episode 2 is already out, what the hell are you doing? So, apologies for that. I uploaded it last week, Disney took it down.
Boo! 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 Boo!
They took it down for copyright, I disputed it, they rejected the dispute. I edited it again, they rejected it again. So I've given up on them, because if I do it again, it's just going to be another 48 hours of disputes, and yeah, it's just a fact. So episode 2's out, I'm going to watch that today, but I'm going to do a whole new format for this series where I review it instead of like reacting at the time. So hopefully you enjoy this new format, and realistically I'm hoping it will go on to many other films. I watched A Quiet Place 2 in the cinema yesterday, so I'm really excited to review that, so that video should also come out soon after. Anyway, let's get into this review. Right, so before I get into this review, a heads up, there is going to be spoilers. So if you have not seen episode 1 of Loki, I mean, what the hell are you doing? Click off this video, go freaking watch it. But it's been a week, so you should have seen it by now, but you've been warned. Anyway, so episode 1, we jump straight in to New York, Endgame, Avengers 1. Loki steals the Tesseract. We all know what happens, we've all seen Endgame, hopefully, and if you haven't, you're crazy. But yes, so he's stolen the Tesseract and he goes to Mongolia, of all places. I'm not sure why Mongolia, but hey, it is what it is. And then he bumps into the TVA, so the Time Variance Authority. I believe I've got that right. He bumps into those guys and essentially gets arrested. He gets it handed to him. I mean, he gets put into slow-mo and all that jazz. Anyway, so he goes through all this and he gets explained to him the whole sacred timeline. Now, this is going to kind of change up the MCU, the whole multiverse. Is going to get explained, I think, in this series because there's a lot of kind of direction going towards it, especially with the new Spider-Man coming out. I think and I hope that's going to be a multiverse movie, so fingers crossed, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, that'd be really cool. I want to see this as the 6th movie, but that's for another video. Anyway, TVA, they get explained. The sacred timeline gets explained by the little animation clip.
Long ago, there was a vast multiversal war. Countless unique timelines battled each other for supremacy, nearly resulting in the total destruction of, well, everything. But then the all-knowing timekeepers emerged, bringing peace by reorganizing the multiverse into a single timeline, the sacred timeline.
It's a bit confusing, but at the same time not so confusing. They've touched on it in Endgame, when Hulk is speaking to the Ancient One. There's a little bit of kind of timeline discussion there. But anyway, we've got the timekeepers. Essentially, they are guarding the sacred timeline, and anyone that steps off their destined timeline gets arrested, basically. So this is what's happened to Loki. Now, I think it's really clever how they've done this. So they've done a good job of explaining to those of us that may not know so much about the multiverse and stuff in the Marvel Universe. For any first-time watchers, it's kind of explained to you kind of what's going on, basically. Owen Wilson pops up. Everyone loves Owen Wilson, come on now. I think it's going to be like a buddy cop series. This series kind of ends up with them joining forces to essentially take on Loki. And now with that said, did anyone else think the devil reference was a Mephisto reference? Because we all saw WandaVision. I even said it in my videos. Is Mephisto going to be in Marvel? We don't know. We thought he was going to be in that. But apparently, according to the creators of this series, it was just a mild coincidence, which is a shame because I would have liked Mephisto. But I mean, anyway, they're going to be fighting. They're going to be hunting a Loki that's been taken out. The TVA, what are they called? Officers? We'll call them officers. I don't know if they were called anything in this series. So yeah, we've been given a kind of baseline of where this is going to go. We've learned that the Infinity Stones and stuff like that, they have no power here.
You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. No authority at all.
There was also a glimpse at what I believe was Hayley Atwell's character, Peggy Carter. I don't know if you spotted it as well, but a little cross in the background. If you blink, you miss it. Looks like it was her, so it looks like there's a lot of different characters that are going to be I guess, getting caught by the TVA, you know, getting arrested. But it's an interesting concept, this. I've spoken to a lot of people, even those who don't like Marvel, not like Marvel, but don't even follow it, and they have loved this episode. I say, I think it's introducing a really cool multiverse plot, and I guess it's going to be really important in setting up the coming films, the next phase of films. I mean, we've got Doctor Strange, freaking multiverse of madness, for Christ's sake. It's in the freaking title. So it's important. I think this is going to do a good job of explaining it all. But on the off, this episode was funny. It was very informative. That was very useful. And great characters. I say, Owen Wilson, love him already. He's got a little bit of banter with Loki already. Like, their little back and forths are really good. And the plot seems really, really good. I'm excited for the rest of this series. Hopefully this has been a good review. Let me know what you think. I say, it's something slightly different. I've not really done these before. So, yeah, I really hope it's been okay. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, hit like, hit subscribe. Episode 2 will be coming really soon. I'm about to go watch that now. Anyway, peace out, guys. I love you all.
Bye, have a great time.